Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into a message from your higher self, your future self. We're looking in and seeing what message your higher self has for you today. What I need for you guys to do is get calm, get relaxed, get into a nice vibe. That way you can be guided by your intuition when choosing between the three options that I have before you today, okay? So once you are calm, take a look at your options for pile number one. For all of the piles, we have wands to choose from. So for pile number one, we have this wand right here with a fluorite, if I'm not mistaken, it's a fluorite stone at the top. Okay. And for pile number two, we have this aquamarine stone at the top. Okay. For pile number three, we have this labradorite stone at the top. Okay, so once you feel like you know which one is calling out to you, then go ahead and click on the description box down below and then click on the timestamp for whichever one you feel the most drawn to. And then I will see you at your pile selection. If anything I say today resonates, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. I'd love for you to join the family. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get started with group number one. Hello and welcome, pile number one. This will be your reading and a message from your higher self. Remember to only take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. Whenever you're seeing this is when you are meant to be seeing it. So, okay, as you can see, we have your tarot cards already showing, and we have the Four of Coins, the Ace of Wands, Nine of Coins, and the Secret of Swords, which is basically the Page of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so starting with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like the message that I got from it, like we have these petals that are falling. It really kind of gave like maybe you're sitting on a pile of money, or maybe you've been saving a lot of money, or maybe it felt like you're saving something or you're holding back on something, like you're holding on to something is what the Four of Pentacles felt like for me. Like it more so for me, it felt like money, like they gave me that example, but like you could be saving all of your money and not really using it. Like when's the last time you used your money towards, doing something nice for yourself, or maybe doing something nice for someone else? When's the last time you took inspired action with your money? And it doesn't even have to be finance related, but that's just an example. Like it could be like you're holding on to maybe a relationship that's gone a little stale, or you're holding on to a way of doing things that doesn't really work anymore, but it's something that you're holding on to with the Four of Pentacles that's ready to kind of shed its outer exterior, like the snake. It's ready to shed its skin and to transform into something else. With this Ace of Wands here, it's like a new beginning wants to come through for you. And again, this is the message from your higher self. Your higher self recognizes that maybe right now you're in this state of being that isn't your truest form, or isn't the form that you need to be in anymore. And your higher self wants you to step into the unknown, is what I heard. Your higher self wants you to step into the unknown. Your higher self wants you to seek enlightenment. Your higher self wants you to really, get a little bit more playful and step outside of your comfort zone with this Ace of Wands. Like there's a new beginning just waiting for you to kind of like seek it out and find it, waiting for you to kind of shed something. Is something that needs to be shed, because the Nine of Pentacles is like, for example, Four of Pentacles, let's say you holding on to let's say you got let's not say $100. Okay, let's say you got like $1,000 in the bank, right? You've been holding and saving that $1,000 for a long time, right? You're saving, but like there's so many things that maybe you are missing out on because you've been saving this $1,000 for whatever reason. Like I don't feel like it's for a specific reason. Like maybe you're just saving it in order to feel more secure, to have that security. But like, what about what about the living in the now? Because your higher self is like, what about living in the now? What about the fun that you could have now? This is not saying being irresponsible with your money, okay? This is not saying just blow $1,000. This is saying like like taking a little bit, maybe taking a little bit out of that 1,000 just to do something nice for yourself, or just to do something that you haven't done before, just to try something new. And it doesn't even, again, like I said, it doesn't have to be financial. You could just be like holding your energy back and not letting your energy out and not allowing yourself to be seen. And your higher self is basically telling you to step outside of your home, allow yourself to be seen, allow yourself to do something different, so that way you can get this beautiful outcome of this 9 of Pentacles, which is basically just security, fulfillment, and happiness. Like you thriving, you really maybe even seeing a completely different future for yourself in some way, shape, or form. It's just seeing your dreams come true. Like, how can you see your dreams come true if you never take the steps towards them? It's the energy that I'm getting from your higher self. They want you to like kind of think on that and pay attention to that, because this is something maybe that's been holding you back, or that you haven't really been paying attention to. Because with the Page of Swords, it's that young, playful, youthful energy paired with the energy of the sword. So that air, mental, because there's something that maybe been holding you back mentally, or maybe the physical, especially since we have coins here, earthly realm. But it's something that's been holding you back, and it's time for you to look at things on a completely different level, spiritually, mentally. Okay, it's time to change the way you think in order to actualize your dreams. Okay, this is what your higher self wants you to know. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your shadow card and see what it is, like what shadow energy it is right now that's playing a part into this energy, into this kind of even into this message. Okay, because there is this shadow energy that feels like it's holding you back. So let's take a look. We have here seductive allure, instant gratification blinds you to the consequences, craving, promises hidden. Okay, so I feel like this is talking about you. Like again, like I said, I'm sorry I keep going back to this financial example, but this is kind of what they're giving me, so I mean, it's what it is. um, but again, it feels like, you know, you having that $1,000, right? If you have that instant gratification, you have it. It's there. It's with you. And I think that maybe you fear the unknown. So if you spent that money, you wouldn't know maybe where, how it would be replaced, if it would be replenished or whatever. So it's like I feel like you have a little bit of a fear of the unknown, and you like to like maybe you like to have things. Maybe you like to have things as they are now. That's what they're saying. I don't really know how that applies to you, so you gotta figure out how that applies to you. But they're saying that you like things how they are now. So that's like, again, it's going back to like this fear of change. So again, I think that's something that, you know, you need to take a look at in regards to your shadow energy, because this could be holding you back from an even bigger blessing. Because imagine holding on to a person, right? Imagine holding on to a person in a relationship just because you're comfortable with how it is now, even though you know that it could be so much better. Don't hold on to something just because it's comfortable, right? Like, be open to experiencing something more fulfilling for yourself, okay? And I feel like this is what the instant gratification is talking about too. It's like you may have these things that you have, and you may feel some level of comfort, but is it fulfilling? Like, does it really give you what you actually need? Like, I don't know. They want you to think deeper. But this, on the flip side, this could also be talking about when you actualize your dreams, not being hung up on that instant gratification. Like, let's say you did come into like $1,000,000 or whatever, and after you know, following the steps of stepping out of your comfort zone and following your inspired action, you did come into a large sum of money. Don't get caught up in the instant gratification when it comes to things. So this could be a warning in regards to the future. So again, take it for how it resonates. Your last and final message from your higher self is resolution. Okay, It says the past haunts me, and this could be what you're holding on to. This gonna be what this is about, okay? Um, so resolution, the past haunts me is the trigger statement. The true statement says, in this moment, I am free. And this is what, do you feel me? I feel like your higher self has been trying to tell you, like, yo, just chill, just be in the moment. Do what you want to do now, because you don't know if you'll be alive tomorrow, okay? But anyways, it says, let yourself be the one to heal the wounds passed down from your ancestors. The release and growth begins with you. Everything starts with you. Okay? Don't let maybe past challenges hold you back from taking new steps. Okay? Because you'll never take any new steps if you let that happen. Pound number one. Okay? This is what I got for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Come back to see me next time. I am out. Peace. Hello and welcome, pound number 2 people. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way because it's such a beautiful card deck. Like, I don't really want these cards. I just don't want them in the way. Okay, but we'll get into them later after we dive into your tarot, which is already being shown to you. All right, so we have the World, 8 of Coins, Judgment, and the Hanged One. Okay, so the World card here, I feel like your higher self wants to talk to you a little bit about this. I feel like you're going through an elevation. Okay, I do feel like maybe with the World, with beginning with the World right here, it's like there's been some sort of completion that's happened here, especially with the snake eating its own tail. There's been some sort of, there's like some sort of finality is what they're saying, like a finality, an ending that's happened. And I do feel like, with the wings is giving me the energy of like elevation, but it's also kind of giving me the energy of like like a higher level of knowledge and wisdom, because when I think of wings, I think of birds, and they are messengers, and they have these messages, they have a much higher perspective as well. So there's this ending that's maybe leading to that energy, leading up to that energy, you gaining this higher perspective, you gaining this higher knowledge. Moving on to the 8 of Coins, I feel like there's something, this could be possibly you creating something. You've been, maybe been creating or working on something. You've been using your wisdom as a tool to create something new for yourself. Let's see. Yeah, I do feel like if you've been feeling stuck when it comes to like your creativity and things of that nature, though, that you are moving out of that energy. That could be a part of what's ending. Like maybe you felt stuck when it comes to like creative energy and building and moving on to like your next goal or your next project, and you weren't really sure how to build something strong in the physical for yourself. I feel like that's ending. Like that's being deaded. Next, with the Judgment card, I do feel like there's something here about maybe the judgment you place on yourself or the judgment that others place upon you. I do feel this energy with this card too as well, that there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. For some in the near future, because I just heard in the near future. So for some in the near future, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you, people paying attention to you. Maybe it's something that you craft with your hands or something. This is a very creative power. This is creative energy. So some of you guys could be very good at creating things like with your hands. You could be making things with clay. You could be tarot readers. You could be wood makers or wood workers, carpenters, and all of that. Like, whatever. You're good with your hands. There's something about your hands that you're good with that is drawing a lot of attention to you. Okay, so pay attention to that, and be on the lookout for that. All right. Again, the Hanged One being here, though, there was this energy of stuckness somewhere in, you could be facing or dealing with it now, or this could be a future problem. Take it for how it resonates. But there's this energy of like stuckness, but this stuckness was kind of everything happens for a reason. At least that's my opinion. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like this pause that maybe you've had, or this stuck feeling that you maybe had with your creativity, happened in order for you to grow or put an end to something that would have held you back if you just ignored and kept moving forward the way you were. Interesting. But that's what I'm getting. Um, Let me see what else. Well, for some reason, there's something here about love. I don't know why love is coming up, but I'm getting the energy of love kind of heavily right now. Yeah, okay. So this could be talking about the love that you have for yourself, like giving more love to yourself, maybe in that time period or that time frame or whenever this happens, that you need to take a break, or that you do feel this energy of stuckness, like you're not really feeling motivated or creatively aligned to anything. That at that point in time, it needed to happen in order for you guys to love more on yourself or give more energy to yourself. Because sometimes we could be so work focused or so focused on something, on other things, that we kind of forget ourselves and forget to take care of ourselves. So maybe that is why this pause had to happen. But either way, I do see that it was necessary, and it's going to turn out to be a great blessing. I do feel like there's some wisdom, higher level knowledge that's coming in for pile number 2 people. And your higher self wants you to know that. I feel like this, whatever wisdom or download that you're going to get, I feel like it's going to be very lucrative for you in some way, shape, or form. And again, I do feel strongly that because I keep hearing "All Eyes on Me" by Tupac. So there's some popularity happening with pile number 2 people coming from somewhere. Okay, let's move on. We'll first start with your shadow cards. Okay, this is like what shadow energy to look out for, either now or in the upcoming future. All right. We have dark reflection when you look into oh my God, that makes sense. Dark reflection, journey inward. Okay, so if you're in a stuck situation right now, if you're in a pause, if you're having a pause, things aren't really moving right now. Things are moving quite slowly, if they're even moving at all. Nothing's happening. If you're like completely thrown for a freaking loop, you don't understand what's happening with your life right now, you're very confused, know that that's happening in order for you to journey inward. We have the path to enlightenment starts with you, and you do have this path to enlightenment here with this hanged one, this pause, this stuck energy being placed upside down to see things from a different perspective, to stop. And now they gave him another song. Jesus, stop and stare. To stop and stare, to stop and wonder, to stop and think as to, what's going on within me that's creating this outer energy. Okay? Dark reflection, when you look into the abyss looks back. Truth seeking, liberation. So yeah, introspection and growth. So I feel like your higher self is really wanting for you to take a deep look within. Okay? Take a deep look within, because there's something that you need to maybe process. They said process, so it most certainly could be something you need to process. For others, I do feel like it could be something that you need to heal, okay, in order for you to move on to the next phase of your life. And in this next phase, like I said, in this next phase, eyes are on you. People are watching you. People are paying attention to you. Maybe you have this attractive allure to you in this next phase. Yes, maybe even a lot of love offers, because I did get that love energy. So you kind of want to be put together for when the opportunities come in, okay? So that's why it's really important to take some time out to, be in silence, check in with yourself, and see where you're at along your journey. Your higher self really wants you to know that. Final message from your higher self is empowered. Trigger statement: I don't want to be here. Dang. Focus. True statement: I am exactly where I need to be. Yeah, some of you guys don't want to be stuck. Some of you guys don't want to have a pause. Some of you guys don't want to dive deep within. Some of y'all just want to keep moving forward. but you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, and it says you are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. Yes, it's like when they just said when heaven and earth collides. So it's like because maybe I struggle with this too. Like sometimes it's so weird because I'm trying to find that balance. I'm a Pisces, so it's like you have that energy of like being so in the spiritual, or then you have that energy of being so in the physical world where you forget the spiritual. It's like you have to be able to find that balance, and I think maybe pound number two people are learning how to find that balance between the two. And it doesn't even have to be about the physical or the spiritual. It could be about something else, but there's something you need to find balance between the two of in order to create a better structure for yourself moving forward. That's what I got for you guys. Pound number two people. I'm going to move on to pound number three. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Come back and see me next time. I am out. Peace. Hello and welcome, pound number three people. Remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This will be your message from your higher self, okay? Let's begin. We have your tarot cards already pulled for you to see. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Anchor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I just want to start out by saying, pound number three, your higher self needs you to know this. Like, you are super strong. Okay, you're super strong. You're super strong. You're super capable. You're very capable. I don't really think that you kind of realize how capable and strong you are sometimes. I feel like there's been a lot of times when maybe you've fallen down, or you've experienced some like major life changes and challenges, like really fell down. Like you fell down for real. And you were there to get yourself back up. Like you got yourself back up, you stayed strong, you kept moving forward. And I feel like maybe you need to take a minute to like pat yourself on the back for that one, because you did your big one. Okay. You got back up. Some people are not able to do that. Some people are not able to even carry on, and you have been carrying on. And I feel like you need to appreciate yourself for that. Your higher self wants you to know to that level of appreciation for not giving up, for never giving up. And I feel like the Seven of Wands is talking about that, not giving up, right? Never giving up, standing your ground. And I feel like also like knowing who you are, knowing your power, and really like taking action with your power, and just knowing that you can really make it through anything, any challenges, anything. Okay. The Six of Swords is also talking about moving on past these challenges, whether it be mental, physical, emotional, that you've experienced, and you really doing that with the wisdom of the experience of what you went through. So I feel like pound number three is like you've experienced some things that really should have broke you, but it didn't break you, and you kept moving forward. And if you haven't done that yet, then your higher self is telling you that you have the ability to do so. You have the ability to go through some heartbreaking, soul shattering experience and continue to move forward and heal past it, and just choose to see a different future for yourself. Okay? Because there's something within you, pound number three, with this Anchor card that is deeply rooted in strength. There's something within you that is built for death and rebirth. Is built for that energy. Like you're built for you're built for that death and rebirth energy. You're built for challenges. You're built for the fire. Like you're made for this shit. Like I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like don't get scared, or don't get like like I don't even want to be going through this. I get it, but at the same time it's like it's kind of like that old saying of like God doesn't give you more than you can handle. Even though I don't really like that saying, but it applies here, okay? you are a strong warrior, and I feel like you have to really acknowledge that energy, because it's there, it's within you. Once you acknowledge it, once you see yourself as such, you will most certainly be able to move on and forward and past anything that may be hurting you at this time. Because, yeah, I do feel this energy of like challenges. I love that this in the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel like this. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like is saying like if you've been at the toxic end of the stick or the toxic end of the wheel, things are changing. Like you're moving out of that energy. It's moving more in a positive direction, and it's moving towards security, stability. Because even with the way the snake is faced while eating its tail, it's faced towards the anchor, and it's kind of giving me that energy of like, hey, we're moving out of this. We're moving out of this energy, and we're moving on to something more stable. And even with the Six of Swords, it's telling you that as well. Stand your ground. Don't give up. Pound number 3. You will be able to escape or move out of whatever toxic situation that you may be in your life right now. That is what your higher self wants you to know. And then you chose this wand. This one has a sunstone on it. This is vitality. This is the core of your being, low key. This is first house energy, okay? This also talks about self-awareness, right? So but this is healing. This is youthful energy, okay? This is the energy you're stepping into. This is also abundance, okay? But with the labradorite stone, it's like you're coming into this abundance. You're coming into this new energy with a different mindset, with a higher skill level when it comes to your spirituality. Like you, when it comes, like you are a warrior. You're a spiritual warrior, a spiritual gangster. So like this new phase that you're moving into is beautiful, and it's just different. All right, let's look at your shadow work energy you maybe need to watch out for in the future or watch out for now. We have shame and guilt. Oh my God. And I do feel like you may feel that shame and guilt. Like you could be feeling it now or whenever you've gone through this tough situation. But it's like you may feel shame because I know I've been there with my own past, having gone through something so terrible, right? And then like, because I'm very self-aware and I do reflect a lot, and I can look at my actions. I look at my actions, and sometimes I'm not so nice to myself because I'm looking so closely at my actions, and I'm analyzing and I'm critiquing, when a lot of the times things happen exactly like if I didn't make those actions, I wouldn't be the me that I am today. So it's like, why am I, looking back and critiquing when I should be looking at back and just and also like giving myself my flowers for being able to make it through that situation. So I do feel like it's like, be careful of that shame and that guilt of the past. That's a shadow energy you need to pay attention to. And it says, feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth, period. Compassionate acceptance. I paid attention to this rose energy. So I do feel like, yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be like me. Even though I'm working through that, I'm trying to be better at it, okay? Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Because you've done the best that you could, and you're doing the best that you can, okay? And if not, then it's time to start, And even if you weren't, it's okay. Like, it's okay. You're human. We're human. We make mistakes. Things happen, okay? Your final message from your higher self. We have projection. Which you could be facing and battling with the Seven of Wands, like these outside sources, right? Trigger statement: my mind does not rest. And I just shared with you guys that over analyzing that I do, right? That going back and criticizing my own self for maybe the actions that I take and just overthinking things, like that's that my mind does not rest energy, okay? So be mindful of that. My mind does not rest is a trigger statement, and then a true statement says, I listen to my higher self. Your higher self is coming through again. Double confirmation. Okay? Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind. As a stranger, let me start this over. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? Dang. So you could be allowing other people's projections, other people's shame, other people's guilt to influence you and your energy, and that could be bringing you down. This is where you need to create a a psychic barrier between you and others and separate your energies between you and others. You may be an empath like I am, because that's why I do feel like this connectedness with pile number 3. So make sure you comment down below and let me know, what's going on with you. But I do feel like you could be an empath. And when you're empathic, sometimes it's hard to separate your energy from others. So work on creating those energetic boundaries, and even the physical ones, saying no, standing your ground. This is what your higher self needs for you to work on in order for you to kind of move forward into a different and better space. That's what I got for you guys. Pile number 3. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Come back to see me next time. I am out. Peace.